Alright, so here I am trying to sleep. Literally his lights blinking like crazy in the parking lot. This guy's trying to park. He's got a backup alarm, which is what woke me up. Alright, I'm like, okay, maybe he needs help. Oh look, someone finally gets out of the passenger seat to get out and help him. Been doing this for 15 or 20 minutes now. Get out and help so you can hear the alarm. Now I thought being in the back row it'd be quiet, but what happens is people came off the scale, which is right behind me, and I had a guy pull in front of me last night, 2 guys pull in front of me last night and slide their tandems. It woke me up. So other than that, good night of sleep. Ready to go. Got an hour down to Lexington, and they're waiting. I mean, not waiting for me, but they know I'm coming. They know when I'm picking up. They actually called me yesterday because the owner of the company had to leave, so they wanted to make sure I wasn't going to show up and nobody would be there to load, which is nice of them. So not really sure. I'm somewhat sure of the dimensions, but I just don't know how much it's going to take up or what all it's going to entail to strap down. So let's get over there. Let's get fuel and get over there, and we'll see what we're working with. It's one way to do it, guy. Just keep dragging them. He's focusing on the rain on the windshield, but he's just dragging his tires. Now, I just gotta say, this is the way things should be. There was an older gentleman that came out, or that guy was dragging his tires. And, I don't know, I pulled in and started pumping. And all I heard, they got it moving, and the wheels freed up, and I don't know, the old guy said, there you go, sometimes you gotta do that, that's an old trick. That's the way it should be. You know, those older drivers should be helping, because this guy, I mean, he's young. So he's maybe inexperienced. So it should be people helping each other out. I can't believe they let farmers have fans of that size to dry their fields. I mean, I get it. They need to dry the field so they can plant and harvest. But it sure is windy out here.
You've arrived at your destination.
All right. I'm not pulling onto the scales. There's the office. See what we got here. I'd say they got her turned up a little bit. She's screaming. Just waiting. I just walked in the office, and now we're just waiting. He's gonna come out on a forklift, and I'm gonna follow him because he says it gets a little confusing because I got it in the building back here. Look at that thing smoking. Alrighty, we shall follow the man on the forklift. This place apparently has been around for a really long time. They had a bunch of pictures, like aerial pictures, from a long time ago, back in the 60s and 70s. I don't even know what all this stuff is laying here, but they got it. You need it, they got it. How about that? Bunch of old parts. Wow. Well, when you've been around for that many years, it's not hard to collect a bunch of stuff, especially when you're buying, selling, fixing equipment. It's an old Haggy sprayer. Got like all the tanks off of them and stuff. This place is amazing. Well, and this is why you charge the big bucks. Look at all this stuff. It's really two sections, but one of the sections sits higher than the other, so there's another stand. But this is the heaviest piece there in the back. And a bunch of spare parts. There's rollers under here. And this thing on the back is so driver's side heavy. We had to set those poles passenger side to try to offset all that weight, but we're all strapped. We got chains, we got straps. There's no way to strap over top of this, so we got chains. Just a strap in the middle. I don't know why, just for peace of mind, but you get it. Let's get on the road. Man, the list of stuff they have. But it's windy. Let's get on the road. Get cleaned up here. Alright, so everybody likes to make fun of like non-CDL guys or make fun of Hotshot in general. I just saw one of the craziest things I think I have ever seen. So traffic, I'm looking in my mirror, traffic is slowing down and is backed up. Like, I don't know if you can see. I just saw a guy dragging a lowboy with an oversized load on it. And it had 3 rear axles. All the tires on the driver's side on all 3 axles were blown out, and there were sparks flying absolutely everywhere. There was a cloud of smoke behind him, and he was just dragging it down the shoulder at probably like 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour on Interstate 70. Like, I'm surprised that it probably is, or is going to be, on fire. Like, I'm sure the tires are still wrapped up under there at least, because the trailer was real leaned over, and now it's going to need all wheels. So I don't know, I'll keep checking Facebook. Maybe it'll be a story on Facebook. Well, that's the end of the second day on the road. Uneventful, which is good. Just got a shower, change clothes, and so I'm gonna get some dinner. We're in Etna, Ohio. If my delivery address was closer to the house, I might have just gone home. Would have been a longer day, but doesn't make sense. As big and heavy and parachute that this is, it doesn't make sense to put any extra miles on and burn, $5.20 fuel. So I'm just gonna stay here for the night, bust out the last 3 hours to delivery first thing in the morning. Get there around 7 to 8. Customers ready for me first thing in the morning. Get unloaded and get home. Really been having a lot of success with these direct customers, and it's keeping me working less, and I am very, very thankful for that. Yeah, there is a couple long days here and there, but working less, making more. Already got next week lined up, headed back down to Florida, which is awesome. Well, tucked back in the back row here. This new Loves. I just did a load check. I got some hoses on the other side to mess with. I'm gonna zip tie them up a little better. Kind of like these hoses. It's hydraulic hoses. But anyways, this must be the new Loves. Newer. It's in Etna, Ohio. Nice little Loves. Good amount of parking. I got here just in time where there was just a handful of spots left. But there's probably another Amazon building going up there. So that'll take up most of the parking here once that's done. So, like I said, I'm headed back down to Florida for a direct customer next week. The nice part about that is the freight coming out of Florida is for my customer. So that's kind of, I set my rate and get paid on that, which is good, because coming out of Florida is what's tough. So we're gonna start looking for something to head down to Florida and probably work a 3-day week next week and get, work direct customers, make more money and work less, and get some more home time, because we've got big things coming down the pike. So I'm sitting here at the truck stop, And I know that truck stops are tight, and like this guy's pulling a 53-foot drive in. But the level of inexperience is crazy. The way he's trying to back in. This guy beside me's out because he almost hit his truck. But look how he's trying to back into this spot. Alright, he's trying to complete 90 it when right there is all open. You see the front of that truck? He could pull straight up there and just, you know, like an S-turn. Wiggling it like offside back. But he's been trying to 90 this the whole time. And this guy hopped outside and hit his truck.